I think many will agree with me on this one. There is not a lot of options for guaranteed profit in the entertainment industry nowadays. You can either make something with such broad mass market appeal that only someone washed hipsters that furiously wank on some prehistoric shit like 12 Kingdoms and make shitty music videos in their spare time might dislike. Or you make something for a specific group of outcasts, for whom any little scrap of content is akin to manna from the sky. Or you do one specific thing so well that the people who are into that have no choice but to come to you for it. A business strategy that works well for these Gabonese prostitutes and for Hiranokota, who have been doing one specific thing for decades now. Thankfully, watching epic men of questionable morality and big-breasted women in mini-shorts brutally kill people for the sin of having a different opinion while screaming that Hitler did nothing wrong is exactly my type of entertainment. It's somewhat refreshing, plus reminds me of the sweet, sweet future where I will gut my employers and rape their corpses. But I digress. Drifters is Hellsing, but with more historical people in the world of typical Western fantasy. Here's your bloodthirsty but pretty straightforward guy whose motivation begins and ends on killing shit. Here's your butler friend that will obviously betray you at some point, and just fucking look at this face. Here's your big-titted female that, while can fight, is the object of constant boob jokes. Here's your leader of some vaguely defined organization who's determined, serious, and ready to do anything for the cause. The list, as you've probably guessed already, goes on. Here I would start retelling you the plot, but well, it is effectively the same plot from Hellsing. The difference is that our protagonists don't have any superpowers, unless not acting like spoiled infants is considered to be a superpower these days. You won't believe, but folks that commanded armies for most of their adult life or made some legendary deeds are not to be fucked with. What's also interesting is that the characters themselves are decently written and act closely to their popular historical image, even while commenting and joking about others. Truth to be told, I wasn't expecting for someone in Japan to know the story of Bluebeard or poor little Anastasia, even if they weren't shown like their historical counterparts. If I would criticize something, it's that for all the luster that Drifter's enemies are producing, they aren't doing anything of particular value or use. If Black King was the only superpowered guy in the enemy team while the rest of them were the same as Drifters, it would be much more interesting. Nobody's going to be impressed by fireballs these days. In other aspects, it's a typical work of Hiranokota and his studio, from graphics and music to atmosphere and dialogue. If you liked Hellsing, his older work, so you just like to watch very graphical scenes of violence, then this anime is for you. If you're more of a cute and fluffy type, or one of those weird people that won't eat themselves until they feed their giant Gundam or something like that, then it's best that you skip it. Phew. Well, the last anime of 2016 is finally dealt with. Let's hope that 2017 will be more productive to you, listeners, and as for me, brings more interesting titles worthy of my time. Oh, god fucking damn it!